You know, so many things that are put in Kim's head. You know, they bring influencers. Like, no one ever knew where Corey Gamble came from. No one in the fashion world knows where Gabby came from. These people were practically made in a laboratory, in my
The
opinion.
mysterious Corey Gamble. Per Kanye, we still never met his family, and I guess we never will. He got my wife linked with the liberals in a deep way. That was his job. For some reason, I always felt he worked for DuPont or some organization in that pedigree. Yes, he's linked to P. Diddy's Sean Puffy Combs. He even dances like the man. Let's get straight into it. If you Google searching, you find no information on this man. None. Only thing you will find is he went to school in Atlanta, nothing about his parents, and he went to Morehouse. That is it. But I did find that he did have a girlfriend because she filed a restraining order against him. Let's get straight into it, you guys.
Kris Jenner's new boyfriend. Court documents expose Corey Gamble. Trouble past. Corey Gamble, ex Cherie Buckham, reveals the reason why she got a temporary protective order. Just 2 months after filing for divorce from Bruce Jenner, Kris Jenner took her romance with a 26-year-old Corey Gamble. And then she publicly declared herself blessed. But she may not be as lucky as she thinks. Let's get into this. Touch Weekly, shout out to them, has exclusively obtained court documents filed by Corey's former girlfriend, Atlanta ex-star Cherie, that granted her a temporary protection order against him in 2010 under Georgia's stalking statute. And here's the court documents. I'll sit here for a minute so we can read it. Saying, she said here, he would follow me in a car, show up at places I'm at, has held me in the house. When I tried to leave, he would call my phone repeatedly and text non-stop until I answer. And then it says, has grabbed me and left bruises on my arm and legs. Wow. Let's continue down. Let's read and see. In the documents above, Cherie alleged that Corey followed her around town. He would just show up at her house. I had to change my locks because he managed to somehow get a key. Wow. Cherie explains in an exclusive interview. The court documents also allege that Corey had even grabbed and bruised her. But Cherie added that it's money, his money-hungry attitude that Kris should watch out for. I know Corey. He's all about power and money and will do whatever it takes to get it. She also added she believes he specifically targeted Kris. He sees the Kardashian as media's first family. Wow.
Corey and popular television star met in Spain while attending a 40th birthday party for popular Italian fashion designer Riccardo, and they started dating in November 2014. Now let's start connecting the dots. Like I stated earlier, he went to college in Atlanta at Morehouse. Guess who else went to Morehouse? Fonso Worth Bentley. which was Diddy's personal assistant. Yes, that's how we connect the two. Oh yeah, we're just getting started. Kanye wasn't the only person that had some choice words for Corey. Let's listen to what Jaguar Wright had to say.
Or let me ask you about Corey Gamble.
What about that?
He was at Kim Porter's death scene.
Yeah, I know. And he was also the nigga that took Tory Lanez to Kylie's house to fake shoot Megan Thee Stallion. Corey Gamble is Justin Bieber's former tour manager, which taught Kris Jenner how to be a tour manager so that she could take over the financial responsibility for all of Kanye West shows and remove Sean G. You. Anyway.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, Corey Gamble has been a plant for a long time. Everybody knows it.
I just want to remind everyone, Kris Jenner's boyfriend, Corey Gamble, has repeatedly said he helped raise Kim Porter and Diddy's kids. That means Corey and Kris knew about the abuse and R-word, but still stayed silent. This reminds me of when Kris Jenner stayed silent to protect OJ while he was abusing Nicole Simpson. Patterns always repeat. Kris knew. Now my question is, was he a handler for Kim Porter? All of his Instagram posts of her. Then he was the first on the scene even before the coroners got there. Yeah.
Brother, wow. At a certain level, you're an artist, you're an entertainer, you're an athlete, you are a multimillionaire, billionaire, you have a high level of influence where anything that you say can change the perception, change the direction of the masses and what they're going to do, how they think, how they move. That's power, but it's also dangerous. They put a handler next to him to keep him in check. Harley Pasternak is a former Department of Defense special agent in the Canadian government. Number one, he's a nutritional scientist for the Department of Defense in the Canadian government. So he knows chemistry, how foods operate, but he knows certain drug techniques to use on human beings. He told Kanye, we're going to have a conversation, but we're not going to have a conversation where you're cursing or using profanity, and don't tell me about some stupid thing that your friend told you. The second option is, I can have you committed again. First of all, that's a threat to a psychiatric facility where you're going to be so doped up, playtime with the kids won't be the same. Wait a minute, you were the one that sent him to the psych ward in the first place. Now everybody can't say he's crazy. No, he is being handled by an agent who was sent to be right next to him to make sure that he doesn't get out of line. But Harley Pasternak also had other clients like Halle Berry, Jennifer Hudson, multiple clients. You need to look at this individual, and that is not somebody who should be around you. All of the artists, all of y'all have someone around you who is being sat next to you, who was sent there to keep you under control. That is a guaranteed fact. That I know. So you have to check all of the people around you and look at their military background if they have one. Look at their background to see what their area is when it comes to chemistry, their connections to hypnotists and hypnotherapy, all of this stuff. This is a very critical thing that we all should look at.
Here's some photos. He's with Diddy. He's with Jay-Z and another rapper, Shaq, Ludacris, Justin Bieber, and then he's even with people in the fashion industry. Yeah. Let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep it moving.
Paranoid chick. Yes, Corey CIA. Like, he didn't even have to say it. I know it. You fucking CIA. What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck? Oh, this is my godmother. This is my this. These Illuminati. That's why fucking Cardi B was over there. Cardi B is a plant by the Illuminati. She don't write her raps. She's just there to like sound as.
Oh, we're moving and grooving now. Kanye put out another post. Let's read it. God has a plan to remove the godless Corey. Needed to never be here anyway. And I think he's a nice person, not a great person. A nice person who used to be around Puff's family. Then got around Justin Bieber. And then when Kris got divorced, he slid in. He became the TV version of a father figure and has He always called himself a real ninja. He once told my wife he knew what music she should be listening to. So when I see him a week later, I had him removed from my daughter's birthday party. We still never met his family, and I guess we never will. He got my wife linked with the liberals in a deep way. That's what his job's for. For some reason, I always felt he worked for DuPont or some organization in that pedigree. Now, he's off to his next mission. His job is done. He's not messy enough to do something like this. It's on purpose. I love Chris. This woman is a hero, and she's done what she had to do to protect her family and make sure they prosper, even if it meant telling everyone not to listen to me. I respect her grind, her hustle, and her mind. Chris is one of the best to ever do it. Now you heard it, okay?
They really tried to physically take me off of this planet, and I'm here. Like, you got the all that bipolar and the medication and turning me fat and all the reputation shit. That's like Tupac shot up in the elevator.
May I continue? I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you can't use cuss words, and everything that is discussed is based in facts and not some crazy stuff that your dumb friends told you. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. And the last line here, play date with the kids just won't be the same.
What's wrong with this? This is how he was written. This is a trainer, but come to find out, he's actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So it shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and that's some crazy stuff that a young friend of yours told you, or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you, and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me, to force me to go and like apologize, right?
Who is Hart, the man whom Kanye West has accused of trying to institutionalize him, drug him into oblivion, and take his kids away? As it turns out, this personal trainer is connected to the Canadian military. And let's go over the list of all his clients, which have now been deleted off of Google. Adam Levine, Behate Princesslo, Lady Gaga, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Megan Fox, John Mayer, Amy Skymeyer, Charlie Puth, Jessica Simpson, Julia Hunt, Robert Pattinson, Pusha T, Catherine Longford, let's see who, Brad Choke, I don't know some of these people's names, Rihanna, Mike Miller, Jennifer Hudson, Nathan Fillion, Abigail Spencer, Usher, Tracy Ellis Ross, Jackie Black, Common, Seth Rogen, Robert Dowling Jr., Halle Berry, Amanda Seinfeld, and Bono, and Alicia Keys. Yeah. Let's keep it moving,
To
y'all.
have him as my graduate advisor, and the area that I was interested in was how drugs and food affect muscular performance. And
when you say drugs, are that like performance enhancing drugs, or are they
all
just
kinds of drugs?
Oh, right. Okay.
So working for the military, I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was. So I could look at the impact of certain drugs that are not everyday things, So we looked at a drug called modafinil, which was for narcoleptics. So if you give a soldier this drug, how long could they stay awake for without having any health detriment?
Is that used now as one of these brain drugs? I've heard the name before somewhere.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Modafinil, it will keep you awake, but it's not a stimulant.
Really?
So if a special forces person has to stay awake for 3 nights waiting for the right opportunity to do whatever they have to do, we could give them modafinil and it would keep them alert. I did research on a drug called acetazolamide, which is for use at high altitude.
This was posted under that video. I'm not a particular conspiracy guy, truth be told, but hey, if Elise did assign handlers to celebrities, particularly those deemed unpredictable or hard to control, with the purpose of keeping those celebrities in line, those handlers would look a lot like Harley. You're darn right. Let's keep it going, y'all. Now, let's get into where these handlers would come from. Who sent them? Let's start off with Scooter Braun. He dealt with Kanye West. Yes, and Kanye broke apart from him within 2 years. He seen right through this guy. Yeah. And then we got another one, a Russian. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Now the Russian, with all the money, he's a multi-billionaire. And guess who he's taking photos with and sitting with and discussing things with? This guy's also affiliated with Donald Trump. Yes, he gave Donald Trump $100 million for the skyscraper in New York. But it is what it is. That's all I have for now. I do want to say this gentleman is still following Diddy after all the things that's been going on. Is he our next Diddy, or is he a keeper? Yes. A handler. Yes. But we'll see. Time is going to tell. I think within the next 3 months we'll know everything. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share my video. Thank you.